Hey guys, welcome to the next video. This time I'm actually in Paris. I'm currently in the hotel room that was booked by Iron Squid. And I don't know what happened in Poland, but for some reason we were cursed when it comes down to traveling. This trip was no different than the trip from Poland back to Germany. It was supposed to be really easy. I mean, originally the whole trip should last 3 hours. So I got myself a direct ticket with the train from Mannheim, which is basically where my dad lives, down to Paris. Smooth as, really easy. And the funny thing is that it actually turns out that a good friend of mine was on the same train, so that was pretty convenient. And we met up in Mannheim before that and boarded the train. So what happened was I think we drove for like an hour, and suddenly there was an announcement in the train, and they told us that we had to get off the train, we had to get to another train. And yeah, for some reason apparently there was today, we just needed to go to a different train. I don't know whatever the reason was. But they told us that the next train would leave 45 minutes later. So it was already a little bit weird, and we thought, well, we'll have a bit of a delay here. That's going to be at least 45 minutes. But they announced it. It was 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. And they said, okay, 3:45, the next train will leave at, I think, track 14. Doesn't really matter. I wasn't quite sure about that. They said it twice, and I was like, okay, well, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go down to the counter and to the ticket center. I'm actually going to ask them at the information, is this true? So grabbed one of my numbers, went down there, asked them, and was like, okay guys, listen up, we just came from the train from Mannheim, we want to go to Paris, and I was told that the next train would leave in 45 minutes. Is this true? The guy confirms it, everything's fine. I'm like, okay, cool, sweet. So we make our way to one of the cafes that they had at the train station, and waited for roughly 40 minutes, talked a little bit, and everything was cool. Good coffee, really enjoyed it. So we walked back to the track, and for some reason I can't really remember which track it was. So we go down up 14, which was, by the way, the correct track, and there's nothing. Like, we look around and there's nobody there, like nobody. It's like, okay, this is weird. There are no signs, no nothing, and nothing is announcing a new train. So what's happening here? Is that really the right track? So I run down the entire way, go back to information, and I just push in front of the line. So I chop the queue, and I'm just asking the same guy that I asked earlier, which track is it again that we have to be at? Is it 14? He's like, yeah, well, right, well, sir, that's right, 14. So I run all the way back, and there's no train just yet. And my friend is waiting over there. And she's like, well, there hasn't been a train yet, and there is no one. Nobody's actually going to wait for this train. Something's wrong here. So I'm like, this is weird. I walk down, and at the information center, there was already one guy who's talking to one of the like train conductor girls, whatever that is. And I can really see he's agitated, and for some reason, I feel he's in the same boat as I am. So I kind of listen to what they talk about, and he's mentioning Paris, and well, we kind of get talking. So it turns out that what apparently happened is the train that we were supposed to wait for left 25 minutes earlier, and they didn't tell no one. So we was just sitting there and started talking to the guys at the information desk. And we're like, hey, so how the hell are we supposed to go to Paris right now? The train ride was supposed to last 3 hours. The whole trip already lasted 3 hours, and we are still stuck in Saarbrücken. So what are we gonna do now? They show us the like they show us the schedule for the day, and the next train leaves 3 hours later at 7 p.m. I'm like, what? Are you serious? So we actually had to wait for another 3 hours for the train at 7 p.m. and arrived in Paris at 9 o'clock, which was 5 hours later than we were supposed to. It was kind of crazy, and I was just sitting there. I was like, that can't be for real. I mean, the entire trip from Poland to Germany was already a major pain in the ass, but now we are actually stuck in a very similar situation on our way to Paris. So I'm kind of used to it by now, by the Deutsche Bahn. The Deutsche Bahn is killing esports since, I don't know, 1950s, when it was actually the first computer game that they had on a competitive level. There must have been Tetris. I have no clue. But those guys are really horrible. So in the end, we ended up in Paris. The Iron Squid guys picked me up. Everything was fine. They brought me to the hotel, which is, by the way, amazing. It's really good. And I was a bit unlucky. I couldn't go to the gym. It was already too late. They closed about 20 minutes after I arrived. But I will definitely do that tomorrow morning. And Wolf and also Calaris might actually join me. Not quite sure yet, because Calaris apparently is a little bit sick today. I guess it depends on how he feels tomorrow. And yeah, before we went, now I'm in my room, so I'm gonna go to sleep really soon. I'm probably gonna check out the bathtub first, because I still want to read a little bit. It's still early. It's like 12 p.m. and we have to wake up really late tomorrow for the rehearsals for Iron Squid, which is on Saturday. It's gonna be amazing. So definitely make sure that you check it out and watch the stream, ironsquid.tv. And yeah, what was I supposed to say? I actually thought, oh yeah, they got us dinner. So it was Wolf, was Todd, Fred, and a couple of other guys from Iron Squid Climber. So we just went to one of the restaurants. The Koreans joined us too. Live, DRG, Nesty, and of course Marine King. They all arrived here. It was pretty cool. Had some nice dinner, some nice French dinner. Really enjoyed it quite a lot. And now I'm back at the hotel. It's going to be a cool event. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm finally back in Paris, in France. Has been quite some time. Hopefully this time I'm going to see the Eiffel Tower. I was actually in Paris already twice with Warcraft 3. And we had big events here. It was back in the days when I was still the head manager of the Warcraft 3 team of 4 Kings, which consisted of Grubby, Fury, Zeus. We had so many others like Yon as well. So a really, really nice squad that we had back in the days. And we wiped Arma team's ass with a 5-0. We kicked their butts hard. It was really good. And yeah, back then I was already in Paris. I was in Paris twice. And I've never seen the bloody Eiffel Tower. So this time I'm going to change that. I want to, at least. I'm gonna tell you if I succeeded. Probably gonna record another video. If the upload here is alright and I can upload this video, I'm probably gonna record another one within the next few days. Maybe after the event. I'm gonna be here at least until Sunday, maybe until Monday. I'm not quite sure yet. Then I go back to Germany for a week, and then I go back to Korea. So that's it for today, guys. Just to give you a bit of a heads up. Saturday, check it out, ironsquid.tv. It's going to be epic. It's going to be really amazing. Apparently there's going to be some kind of opening ceremony that is supposed to blow us away. So they haven't really told me what's going to happen, but it's supposed to be really good. So that's it for today. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the night. I hope that you guys do too, and see you soon.